Okay, guys, welcome back. This is Jimdel-Edu, and my name is Jimmy, and welcome back to my channel. If you do not subscribe yet to my channel, please, I would really appreciate it if you do that. I want you to click on the subscribe button and leave click on the thumbs up icon, and also share my channel, my tutorial with all your friend people and on social media people you know that really interested on learning how to code. Okay, guys, this is what we are going to build. I'm going to build this website using our here. This is a responsive website using HTML5 and CSS3. Okay, this is I put the title responsive blog. As you can see, for the nav we have home, about us, blog, post details, and contact us. Also, as you can see, this is the home page, index.html. This is the categories on this side, the right side, okay, and you got everything. You got view all posts and so on. When you click on about us, you click here. This is about us, the picture, the main picture, and this is how it is organized. You can change those fonts. You can change this. You can put your own word if you want. Okay, and this is these are the social icons. This is Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on. And this is the footer, well organized. If you go click on blog, and the title is send blog, and as you can see, and this is it, well organized, guys. This is the admin, the post, the title of the post, and so on. This is well page 1, page 2. Can click on this, and for here these are clickable and type cloud and languages, as you can see, and overable as well. Also, if you go on post details right here, and for the post details we call it single post. So, and add up for this is how you got 4 comments here. This you can add your own picture here. Okay, add your own picture, and I can show you what you add your own picture, and then you get it like this. This is contact us form, and you click on it, asks you. Also the footer, last but not least, contact us. When you click here, you got let's stay in touch, so you guys can put your address in. Okay, this is great, guys, for your project if you still are in school. So this is great for your project, guys. So, and or not only that, let me go back to home page. Okay, this home page, you got a slider here. Okay, that's pretty cool. Also, this is responsive, so you can view that on your cell phone and tablet and so on. Let me show you. This is really responsive, as you can see, and everything centered. You see? All right, let me go up and then see. This is about us, and go to blog and go to post detail. Okay, and go to contact us. Okay, this is the map. Go back to home page and extend it. Okay, there you go. All right, guys, so I'm going to build this, and I'll show you how this. I'll do my best to keep this really short. Okay, first of all, let me show you first thing first. Let me show you this. I create this flow chart and show you how this website, how you can organize your folder and your files for this project. Also, you can include this as your what we call in your report. You can write your report and using this flowchart. It can be part of your report. Okay. Also, this is the main folder. I call the main folder responsive dash blog, and this is the main, I call it main folder. Also, inside of after the main folder, I create a asset folder. And if you go here in the inside of the asset folder, and I create another folder called CSS folder, and then inside of the same asset folder, I create a font folder. Okay, and I create another folder called images folder, and I got JS folder, JavaScript folder. And when you got here inside of the CSS folder, you have flex slash not slash flex dash slider that CSS files. this is a files, this is a folder, or all these are folder and all these are files. I got flex slider.css. Also inside of the same CSS folder you have fontawesome.css files. Also inside the same folder you have all.css, and you have a template.css. And inside of the same main folder, another folder you have a vendor folder. You have two main folder. You have an asset folder and you have vendor folder. And then after that you have inside of the same main folder, these are the files that you have. Okay, after the two main folder, these are the files. You have an index.html, you have about.html, blog.html, postdetail.html, and you have a contact.html. Also, we have other folder inside of the vendor. You have other files inside of the vendor folder, but I'll show you how to put them. Okay. Next, let me pull up the second page. Here, this is where I'm going to put this link in the description below. You have to go click on show more and you will get access to these links. So the first folder, this first link for this folder, this is a JS folder, and you have to go on to show more in the description below, and you click on this link. This link will lead you to JS folder. You will get access to get all the JavaScript code inside of this folder. Also for font folder, you have to click on this link, okay, and to lead this link will lead you to the font folder. Also, you have to extract those folder on your computer, and especially for the font folder. For the font folder, you have to install all this font on your computer. Or for the vendor folder, you have to click on this link and to extract vendor folder to add it into your project. Also, last but not least, we have a fontawesome.css. This is a file. That's why these are folders. That's why I put folder, and this one is a file. Okay, I put this is a fontawesome.css files. You have to click on this to get this files. Also, let me show you something quick. If I put this right here, let me show you. And put this right here and fix this. Okay, inside of as you can see, inside of the asset folder, you will have CSS folder, font folder. So the font here, the font folder, you have to put it inside of the asset folder and image folder. And JS, this is JS folder. You have to add JS folder inside of this is JS folder. You have to put JS folder inside of the asset folder. For the fontawesome.css, you have fontawesome over here. So fontawesome is found inside CSS folder. So inside CSS folder, you have to put fontawesome and so on. I will put those code for the rest of this file. Okay, guys, I will put it when I'm done. I'll post all this of these links so you will get access to them. Okay. Without further ado, let's get started. Let me open my code editor, and this is my main folder. Remember, I call it responsive-blog. Also, I already got few folders. Remember, I told you we have two main folder. This is our asset folder and vendor folder. These are asset folder and vendor folder. And inside of the asset, let me explain asset. When you explain asset, you find, when you extend asset folder, you have CSS folder right here. You have font folder, you have images folder, you have JS folder. These are asset folder, the main folder, and you have CSS, font, images, JS. Okay, when you extend vendor folder, and I did not add it, I did not add inside of the vendor folder, I did not add it maybe over here. Inside of the vendor folder you have but this is why I mentioned vendor folder right here. When you click on this link, this link will lead you to the vendor folder, but inside the vendor folder you have a bootstrap folder, and when you extend bootstrap you have CSS, another CSS, and so on, JavaScript and more. You have to go to this link that I've shown you before. Okay, let's go, guys. The first thing we are going to create for this project, go to the main folder, click on make a right click, click on new file. I click on new file, and I'm going to call it index.html, and you click on enter. Let me make this bigger for you a little bit. Okay, for the index.html, you click on, you say HTML, you click on tab, and you get this. Okay, let me move this here a little bit now, and you got this now. Okay, for the title, we can call it we say responsive blog using HTML5, put it this way, CSS3. Okay, and you save everything. Okay, guys, now the first thing I'm going to remember, let me show you something else. When you go here, you can go to GitHub. You go here, you go to, let me show you this. As you can see, let me extend this. I'm going to make this bigger for you so that you can see. You go to GitHub, okay, and look for this, or you can look for this guy here. This is VSC Google font, and look for this guy, and you can find it somewhere else too. It's okay on Google, but I'm going to copy this link fonts.googleapi.com, CSS family Roboto, and so on, 100 comma 100 I 300. So I'm going to copy this, okay, and go back to normal. I'm going to copy this and go back to my code and enter inside of the head and paste this one right here. I'm going to need it. Okay, guys, now next thing for the, okay, I put we got the title, and we need I have to create another link for the connection to connect with our CSS code. I'm going to say link, click on tab, and I'm going to put I'm going to call the first here on href. Let me start from 0. I'm going to put I call the first folder vendor, and because inside of the vendor folder I need a bootstrap folder, okay, and that's why I call bootstrap. I call bootstrap folder, and I call CSS folder. When you expand bootstrap, you find CSS folder. I call CSS folder. And after calling CSS folder, I put a /, and I'm going to call now inside of the CSS folder. I call bootstrap.main.css. This is where I'm going to put I'm going to put a bootstrap and that CSS. Okay, and click it, save everything. Okay, next I'm going to put a few this is how you inside of the head. This is inside of the head. Let me go here, next line, and I'm going to put a new link for you. I'm going to call assets now. I'm going to close vendor folder now. Click on assets, and now for this inside of this link, let me start from 0. I'm going to call assets. I'm going to say assets, okay, folder. /, I call CSS folder inside. This is assets, CSS folder inside of the assets, and inside of the CSS folder, I'm going to call fontawesome. Remember I told you I call asset folder, okay, and I call CSS folder. Inside of CSS folder, I'm going to call fontawesome. This is how you do it. /, and I'm going to say fontawesome.css. Okay, this is how you call it. And I'm going to use another link. At this time, I'm going to call the same asset folder. Okay, I call asset folder as a /. Now I'm going to call the same CSS folder /, and I need a files called template that's oops, template.css, but we don't have template. Remember, I show you here. Let me show you 1 second. Inside the asset folder, CSS folder. When you go here, I have to get all these files: flex, CSS, font awesome, and then template. Now I have to put all of these 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, four files CSS. Now I put template that CSS. I can put it like this for you. Let me show you. Let me put it this way. That I can put something. These are some additional for CSS. Okay, and next I'm going to select, and next I'm going to say call asset folder /CSS folder, and I'm going to call the CSS folder. Alright, 1, 2, 3, and okay, so far so good. Let me and we have one is missing. We have these are 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need this guy. Can copy it. I can copy this from here and go here, create a link. I select, click on tab, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to call asset, okay, /CSS / and I can paste this guy, okay. I can paste it over here, flex slider.css, okay, and click on save everything. You click file, save all, and then okay. Now let's remove this. Okay, now next thing I'm going to do, guys, so now I'm going to go inside of the body. These are the body. This is the body. Go. Okay, let's move, put this, extend this, okay, and go inside. I'm going to go inside the body, and I'm going to create a header. Okay, click on tab, and inside of the header I'm going to create nav. I say nav, and then click on tab. Okay, now inside of the nav I can pass something. The first thing I'm going to pass for you, and after that I'm going to hard coding a few things just to keep the video shorter. And inside of the nav, I'm going to pass a class. I'm going to call it navbar space navbar, okay, dash expand expand dash lg. Okay, now, and let me show you. Can go here, expand nav like this, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hard coding this. Don't worry, guys, I'll show you how I do it. Okay, or to make it much more easier for you, after the nav I'm going to create a div. Okay, I call it container. Okay, I call it container, or I can comment this. Let me do it like this. I can comment this. I'm going to say end of container, just to make sure I can identify each div. Okay, this is good when you comment your code. Okay, now inside of this div that I call container, guys. Okay, let me expand this a little bit so that you can see clear. Okay, inside of this div, and this is where I'm going to start hard coding for you in order to keep the video, this tutorial really pretty much short. Okay, inside of this div, I go inside of it. This is where I'm going to paste few codes, and you will see it, guys. This is okay. Start from here. Let me move this right here for you. Okay, as you can see, I created an anchor tag. Okay. This is okay. You have to let me cut this inside of the container. This is the header. This is the header. I create a nav. This is the nav. This is a div for the container. Inside of the container, you extend container. You go more down. Now, and inside of the container, this is where I paste this code. Okay? This is where I paste this code. Let me show you. It's right here. It starts from anchor tag. I create an anchor tag called navbar, and href. This is where I pass. I say index.html. Also, I pass a h2 header h2. This is where I title for the nav. I'm working with the nav. Don't forget that. That's why I called it my website responsive blog. This is the hem, the style. This is where I put the dot. We can go back and go here. This is where I put the dot. Okay. Also, I said data target and also hashtag navbar responsive, area control navbar responsive, area expand the false, and so on. Toggle navigation. Let me show you 1 second what I mean by that. If you this is the toggle navigation. When you click on it, you can expand. When you this is a responsive. Okay, right here. This is the toggle navigation. Okay, and also I create a span. Say navbar toggle icon, and so on. So next thing I wanna create. I wanna create after the button anchor tag the button. After the button can create a div. After the button, let me create the div. I create a div, okay, and inside of this div, I create a div. Inside of this div, I'm going to call it collapse, and I say navbar. I call it navbar. I call it navbar collapse, and after that I go out and create an ID. Oh, not this one. I say ID. I create an ID. I call it navbar responsive. Okay, and I go inside of this div of the collapse navbar collapse. This is where I create another list. I create another list, okay, which is a URL, okay, and I create inside of the I create another list URL, and I call this. I pass a class inside of the first one. I pass a class, and I call this class navbar dash nav space ml, okay, dash auto. Okay, and then inside of this another list, I'm going to pass a list, and this is where I'm going to hard coding all of my list inside of the under list. This is where inside of this another list I create. This is where I'm going to paste all of my list. Okay, let me scroll up a little bit. This is my under list. Start here, okay, and finish here, and inside of it I pass all of my list. Let me fix. Let me see if I can do something and put them in order for you. Okay, let me fix them for you. They should be inside of the. Okay, take this and you click on tab. I click on, if you want, tab again. Now it's okay there. Okay, these are the anchor lists you should find inside of the URL. Okay, the first one I create li. I create a class called. I pass a class called nav item active. Also, I create the anchor tag after that. This is the first block. Okay, this is the first block. Okay, I pass a class. I call it nav link. Also for the href, I pass the index.html. This is where I title the first home page. This is where I title the first home page. Also, I create a span class sr only for the current, and then you will see what happened later with this. Also, I create the first li block, and I save the same nav item, but for the first one I keep home active, but for the second one I only keep nav item. That's why I pass the nav item class here. I create the anchor tag and href about for the second index, about, blog, post detail. And as you can see, each block, this is on a block for about all, the second block. Also, this is another block for the contact us. So, okay, this is a end of container, end of. I can move this up a little bit and keep them pretty much closer, and to see what I am doing. Okay, this is done for the nav. This is the nav. This is the header. I pass a header. As you can see, let me keep it like this so that you can see. And if we save everything, go here. We click on Save All and go to our browser. This is what we're building. But let me go here. This is our main folder. Remember, this is our main folder. Responsive blog. We have it here. Let me move this a little bit. We have it here. Responsive blog. Okay, and now we can refresh the page. Okay, as you can see, we have the title and home, about, a blog, post detail, contact us. Okay, let's go back and create more thing, guys. Now this is now I'm going to pass all my content. This is where I'm going to say this is where I'm going to pass all my this is banner. This is where I'm going to pass. I'm going to say banners here. I'm going to add all my banners over here. Okay, when I say banners, let me show you here. This is I'm going to pass all my banners and so on. Okay, this is the one that we're working with. We don't need this anymore, but you don't need this anymore. I'm gonna cut this and leave this so that we can see what we're doing. Okay. Also, okay, this is where I'm going to start my banner. For that, I'm going to create a div and pass a class called main dash banner space header dash text. Okay, these are our main, and I can copy this comment here. I can copy and paste it over here and replace it, and I'm going to say this is the end of main dash banner. This is the end of banner, just to identify this div. Okay, I can extend it. Okay, go inside. Also, this is where I'm going to hard coding this, but hard coding this, before that I'm going to add another div inside of it. I'm going to call it container fluid. I call it container fluid. Okay, and now I can do the same thing and say this is the end of dash container fluid. As you can see, I mentioned everything. When you go here, you can see the closing, the opening, and the closing. Okay, go inside of it, or I can keep these two pretty much close, and here this for this for this, and I'm going to add another one. This is the first one, main banner. This is the second one, container fluid. Inside of the container fluid, I'm going to create another div. I'm going to pass a class called or banner or dash banner space or dash carousel. This is where we're going to start our carousel. Okay, this is we're going to start our carousel. Also, I can do the same thing. This is the end of, or I'm not going to put banner. I'm going to put carousel. Okay, this is the end of or a carousel. Okay, now you can see, we can identify, we can keep all our three we can keep all our three closing, put them, okay, these are our three, so we go inside of them, and we can expand it, go down. Okay, now we can go down more, now we get more idea. Okay, all right, now this is where I'm going to start hard coding this thing. Okay, now I'm going to create a div. This here I'm going to start hard coding, and then here I'm going to paste few line of codes. I say paste. Okay, I start from here, as you can see. After this div carousel, and I start from item. I create a div called, I create a div. These are the div. Okay, or I can copy this comment and identify this for you, and I'm going to say these are the end of item. Okay, end of the first item, as you can see. Okay, okay guys, this is where item, when you click here, this is the closing, this is the opening item, class item, the first for our first item. And remember our first item, and this is where I create image, source, asset. All our image, all my image are found inside of this folder called images, and inside of the these are all my images inside of the asset folder. Okay, a source asset / images folder, and this is where I call my first image. Alt empty blank, and I can create a class called item content. I create another div called main content, and I create another div called meta category. I call it fashion. Also, I create I pass an anchor tag, and I put this is where I put href. I call another page called post detail.html, and I pass a header h4, and then put a text. Okay. Also, I pass this is where I create another list, and I call class post info. These are the info, admin, the date, and so on. And I create a list inside of it, 1, 2, 3 line of code of list. Okay, and I could this at the end of the first item. Okay, what we can see, guys, we can save all and go back to our web browser and refresh the page. So as you can see, we have our first image. Okay, and for that we are going to do the same thing. And next, after the end of the first item, what we can do, make it much more easier for us. We can go, or I can open it here so that you can see, and you can copy this. Okay, you can copy this and paste it. It's the same thing. It is the same thing. We copy this, okay, copy, and we go next, and we paste it. Yeah, and remember, the first one end here, the second one end here, and if you want, you can put 2, item 2. Okay, it start here, or close here, and our image, our second image should be, instead of 01, we put 02, and put, instead of we put fashion, we can put something else, like if I put nature, and you can put the same text. You can change the date and change how many comments, and pretty much the same thing. Also, okay, so we are going to do the same thing for a third time. We can copy this. You can copy this, okay, copy this and paste it after over here, and we paste it. Okay, and now we are going to start from here to here. Instead of 2, we put 3, and here instead of 2, we put 3, and then keep the same thing. Instead of nature, we put life. We put lifestyle. We put lifestyle. Okay, you can keep the same text if you want, or you can change the text to identify it later. I can put responsive and put something in front of it. I can put best responsive blog HTML /css. Okay, and can keep the same date, and for the comment, pretty much the same thing. Okay, now we're done with this, guys. We're done with this. We can save everything, save all, and go to our we can go to save all and go to our browser, refresh the page, and now we have two more pictures. Okay, and go back to our code, go here, also lifestyle. We can go do the same thing. Copy and paste. Okay, you can start from here. We start from here, we copy this, okay, and we paste it over here. Don't forget, we start here. This was 3, now we put 4, and this was 3, we put image 4. Okay, and we keep the same thing. Instead of lifestyle, we can back to fashion, and we can remove this to identify each page and put something else. And I'm going to put mobile layout. Okay, now keep admin. The date can put 31st. For the comment, can put anything you want. Okay, and keep it like this. So alright, guys, let's move on. Remember, this is image 3, image 4. We need one more. Okay, let's go to image 5. We start from here. We copy this. Okay, and go over here, and we paste it over here. Okay, and instead of 4, we put 5, and over here we put 5 as well, image number 5. And instead of let me see, responsive, now the text, we have to change it. Now I'm going to put responsive. Okay, put something responsive and mobile website. You can put it like this. It's okay, just to identify it. Okay, put the date. We can keep the same date. The comment, just so I can put any comment you want. Okay, next, this is image 5. Now let's go to image 6. Okay, we start from here. Copy and scroll down, go to enter, paste this one, this 5. Now we have to put this one 6, and here image this one thing I want to mention, guys. Make sure that all your picture have to be the same size. Okay, all right. This is 6, image number 6. We can I'm going to put different text. Put the standard chunk of lower. Okay, you can put it like this. Put another date, or put something 29 if you want, and change the text, the comment. Okay, this is our last image, number 6, and this is last one, guys. Okay, and now what we can do, I'm going to move all this up. Okay, let's move all this up. Yeah, we can keep it like this, or move them in front if you want. Okay, and this is what, remember, let me show you something before. I guess this is where I start my banners, and I have to put a comment, say that this is where it is ended. Okay, this is where put here. Oops. Undo. Okay. Okay, oh, I can do it this way. Oh, I already got it. Sorry, this is end of. This is end of main banner. Yes. Okay. We have everything here. We have everything. I can move this, put in structure. Yes, like this. Okay. Keep everything nice and clean, well organized. Save everything. And now we can go back to our browser, refresh the page. Pretty much we have maybe some things wrong. This picture, okay. Okay, so far so good. Let's move on to see what happened. Now, next, I'm going to create a section. You go next. I'm going to create a section, and inside of the first one, guys, this is where I'm going to pass a class. I call this class call to action. I call this class call to action, and I go inside. I create a div. I call it container. Okay, and this is this for this. I'm going to keep the closing with this section. Okay, and inside of this container, I'm going to create another div. I call it wall, and I want to keep all this pretty much closed. Okay. Okay. Now we have okay body XML. Okay, we pass. Now we're working with our section. Now this is where I'm going to hard coding this again, guys. So I want you to follow me. Now, inside of this row, I'm going to paste some line of code. Okay, this is the row. This is the closing for the row. As you can see, the opening, closing. Let me go up a little bit. You can see. Let me click. This is the row, opening for the row, closing. Now I start from here. I paste from here. This is opening, closing. This is okay. I add this line of code. Okay. I create a div called class. This is for the form, the length. I create a class called main content, and then I create another one called row, and so on. And this I pass a span. I say responsive blog HTML CSS3, and I pass a header. I call it h4, and grid responsive blog and so on. And I add all this line of code. I pass an anchor tag. No follow href hashtag target parent, and this way I call more info. And I'm going to save all and go to my web browser and refresh the page. These are where I got this. Okay, I can go up if you want. Keep it here. Okay. Next, after this section, now this section is done. Okay, this section is done here. Now I'm going to create another section. Okay, I'm going to create another section. Go back. Okay, extend it. This is the first section. This is another section. Okay, let me create something so that you can identify. Okay, this is another section now, and inside of this section I'm going to pass a div inside of remember, inside of this first section I call a class called call to action. Inside of the second section I'm going to pass a class as well. I call it blog. I call it blog post. Okay, and inside of this section, let me keep this pretty much closer with the closing div. Okay, this is the div. Inside of this div, I'm going to call it I pass a class called container, and inside of this container, I'm going to create another div. I call it row. That's why I'm going to keep all of my closing tag all together. Okay. And this is where I'm going again. I'm going to add few line of code, and you will see it, guys. Okay, let me show you first. Okay, guys, inside, remember I told you I keep all of my closing tag. This is for the section, closing section, closing container. This is the closing for wall, but I want to add some comment this one. I'm going to put, this is the end. I put end of wall. Okay, I put end of wall. Now you can see I can extend this, extend it more, go down. Okay, and go scroll up back. Okay, scroll back up. So okay, now you ready? Now I'm going to add a few line of code, hard coding, remember. Then I'm going to paste here. Okay, my paste stop over here. Let me scroll so that you can see, you can code all of this line of code. Okay, go scroll up. This is row. Yes, this is our second okay, I'm going to say section 2. Okay, start here. Remember, this is the row. We did create this div, and I start. Okay, this is where I paste here. You can, okay, you create a first div. You pass a class inside of it, call it for the style, and you create another div. Okay, you create another div, you pass a class called all blog post. You create another div again called class. Another div, you pass a class called row. You create another div inside, and so on. If you follow it like this, each div inside of each div, you can count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 opening, and 6 after the 6 opening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you reach after 5, you create another div for that 6. And then you pass a class called block thumb, and this is the closing for this div. Okay, this is the closing for this div, and you pass your image here. You call this is the folder, the asset. Inside of the asset folder, you have image folder, and this is where you call your first image. Okay, and this is the closing for this, opening, closing. And then next, you create a div. After this, you create a div, pass a class called down content. Okay, and you pass a span. You call it lifestyle, and you pass an anchor tag and href post detail.html. You pass a header h4, and you call it best website, responsive website, and so on. This is the opening anchor tag. This is the closing, and you pass another list class post info, and you pass a list of 3 line of code 1, 2, 3, and href hashtag. The first one admin, the date, and how many comments. Also, you pass a phrase right here, and you go to the you can put anything you want, but for me, this is where I go to low end. Yeah, this is dummy text. Okay, yeah, you go here and you copy it so that you add it to your website. If you can add your own words. Okay, and after that, I created after the phrase, I create a div, class post options. I create another div called pass a class on the first one. I call it row. I create another div colon 6 length. And then I create an anchor tag another list. I pass a class on the first one. For the on the opening one, I call it post tags. I pass a list, 3 line of code, 1, 2, 3. I call the first one, this is like alpha tags. You will see the shape. And after that, I create the second line, I say beauty. The third one, I say nature. And this is the closing on the list, URL, opening, closing. And this is where the opening div for this block of code. okay, and this is the closing. And then now I start a div here, I create the same thing. Or what you can do, you can start from here, you copy this line of code, and you paste it after the closing div right here. This is another second. You change from beauty to Facebook, from nature to Twitter. Okay, and this is the last closing from the top, and then you start another div here, class, and colon for the length. You start over and you pass a class blog post and another div inside of it called blog thumb, and you pass your image. These are the open div for this, the block of code, and you pass your image, assets image, as you did for the first one. Open, let me, you see, block thumb, image, and when you go over here, let me show you, you do the same thing. Okay, now image number 1 on the top, image number 2 over here. Now you create another div called down content. You pass a span and call healthy. You pass an anchor tag h4 as a header, and you put this message. You pass in, you create another list. You call it, you pass a class inside another, the first one. You call it post info, and you pass a list, 3 line of code, and you put the date, admin date comment. This is the closing, and you pass a phrase for P right here, and scroll down. You create another div. If you click here, the closing over here, as you can see, this is opening the closing, and inside of it you create all this block of code. You create a war class and colon 6 on another list. You pass it list. You create another block of code. Let me show you. If you click here, this is a block of code. If you click here, you will see here, this is another block of code. This is another one. As you can see, this is the div colon 6, and another list, the same thing, div colon 6, another list. The first one, a URL, is a post tag. The second URL is a post share. Okay, and you change from Great City to Facebook, from lifestyle to Twitter. Okay, and this is the closing one. You open it here. You do pretty much the same thing. Follow each line of code, and you will get it right here. Okay, you pass a span, and so on. You pass in anchor tag with a header again, h4, and I call this one. I pass it on another list, post info. I pass a list. I pass a phrase. Okay, and you open another a div again. We call it post info, and inside you create you create a div, pass a class row. You create another div called colon 6, pass a class, another list, like pretty much the same thing over. You keep repeating, guys. So, and you pretty much will have it. And this is the last one. Okay, now I think you got it. This is it. And if you scroll down, this is the end of row on the top. That as you follow, pretty much closer. Let me move this a little bit. Okay, next. Okay, guys. Now let me add. I'm going to create a div. This is the closing. If you click here and scroll up a little bit, let me scroll up and to find the opening div for that. This is okay. This is the opening div. Called like an 8. This is the opening div, and let's look for the closing. This is the closing div. Okay. Let me go a little bit slower for you. Okay. Okay, this section is not done yet. Okay, this is the closing. Now I'm going to create another div. I'm going to say div class call. Okay. And then inside of this I'm trying to, let me let me do something for you guys. Okay, let me bring this down and bring those up. I'm trying to keep all of my closing tag all together. Okay, this is closing, this. Okay, go inside of this one. That's the one that we're working right now. And I'm going to create another div as a div class. Now I'm going to create the sidebar. Okay, I'm going to say sidebar. Okay, and for this closing, as you can see, I'm trying to keep all my closing together and go inside. And I'm going to create another div as a div class war. Okay, this one. Oh, now I can go. I go inside. Windows down. This is where I'm going to start. Okay, hard coding this part. The first thing, I'm going to add few line of code here, and I say paste. Okay, and bring this up a little bit. Okay, and I start from here. This is the block of code that I just added right now. Okay, I create a div. Okay, this is the div, opening, closing, and I add all of this. Now you can code all of this line of code. Okay, autocomplete on. This is the form inside of it. Okay, now let me start here and save everything. I'm going to say save all and go back to our web browser. Go back to our web browser and refresh the page. Refresh it. Okay, this is what we have. Let's go down a little bit. Okay, as you can see, and now so far so good. Okay. All these pictures, they are for this the slider, guys. From here, let me show you from here to until to the top. These are the slider. You will get it from on this line, on the vertical line right here. Okay, we're not done yet. Okay, let's go back. Now, I'm going to do pretty much the same thing. Okay. Now, I'm going to add few line of code, hard coding this part again. But before that, what I can do for you, I'm going to create a div. I'm going to pass a class as a call like this, 12. Okay, and inside, and bring this a little bit, bring this up, keep all of your closing tag together, closing. Okay, now and then you push it down. Now stay here, and this is where I'm going to start. I'm going to pass. Okay, add few line of code here. Okay. Okay, I'm done with this one. Okay, now we're done with this div, open and closing, and go inside of it. This is where I can do this for you, and this is where I'm going to add few line of code, and I'm going to say paste. Remember, I started from here. Let me show you. We did this one, this div. Let me bring it over here. And I add this div. I started from here, this div, and I finish over here. This is the closing for this div. This one, let me bring up this. Okay, opening, closing. Okay, or I can fix it here. Now you can see, and I start from here to here. Okay. Yes, I say div class sidebar item recent post. Okay, and I say div class sidebar heading. That's why I put down. I add a heading called H2 recent post, and this is the closing for this one. And I create another div. I start a div class called content. I create another list URL. The URL, this is the opening. This is the closing. And I pass a list of li, is the block of code for li, started from here, the first block right here. Inside of the first block, as you can see, I pass an anchor tag that I call it the href post dash details dot html, and I pass in header, sorry. I put at this line. You can find this over here if you go on this website. Okay, let's go back. Also, our second block of code of airline, this is it. The first one, as you can see, this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. And this is div closing, this is the opening here. Okay. Now, pretty much, now I'm going to add another block of code for you. I think you're pretty much done with this one. Okay, and I can move on a little bit and go next line, go to the next line and paste some line of code for you and keep the this tutorial a little bit shorter for you. I go over here and I can do something for you guys so that you can see every time I put a new okay, I go over here and make a paste. Okay, I paste this block of code. Okay, and I can do this for you and copy this and paste it after this. And just do this indicates that this is where I'm going to put my next block of code. Okay, I just added this block of code here, and I pass a class, I create a div, this is opening and closing, I pass a class, I pass this div, sidebar item, this is where I'm going to list all my categories, and I create a div, this div right here, this is the opening and closing, I put the header categories, okay, h2, I close it here, open here, I close it here, I open another div, I call it content, class content, opening, closing, and I create another list URL, and this is the opening, the closing. I add a bunch of it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 of line of code of airline plus anchor tag. Okay, let me show you right here. Okay, and I call the first one nature, lifestyle, good, responsive blog, creative idea, responsive website, HTML5, CSS3, and so on. And this is open over here and close over here. We can stop here and go to the next line, and we can save all, go to our web browser and go to our website, refresh the page and scroll down a little bit. These are the sidebar. These are our sidebar. As you can see, these are our sidebar. We're not done yet. Okay, we're not done yet. So let's go back to our code. Now I'm going to do this pretty much the same thing. Now I'm going to create a div here for you. Pass a class called curl. Pretty much same thing, length 12, and inside of this one I'm going to pass pretty much the same thing. As you can see, or we can copy this block of code and paste it over here if we want. Okay, to keep this pretty much simple, I'm going to do that for you. Okay guys, I'm going to do that. I'm going to copy this block of code, started from here and end it from here. Okay, or we can, I'm going to cut this one and copy this one. Okay, and go next line and paste it over here. Okay, start from here, close here. Now I'm going to make some changes. This is a sidebar. Remember the first one, sidebar item categories. I'm not going to say categories. Now I'm going to say sidebar item tags right here, and sidebar heading, I'm going to keep it like this. For the H2, I'm not going to say categories. I'm going to say tag cloud tag clouds and languages. Okay, right here I'm going to keep this class content with everything here, but I have to remove this item and replace the first one by lifestyle. Okay, and remove the second one. Remove the second one, put creative. The third one, you put HTML5. Next, I'm going to say oh come on, inspiration. Okay. Next, okay, I'm going to say motivation, and next I'm going to say PSD, and we need few more. One, two, we have 6 here. I can copy it and go next after the last one and paste it. Okay, and okay, now I can put responsive and put PHP over here, and here I'm going to put C#, C#, and put here, we're going to put JavaScript, and over here I'm going to put a Python, and last but not least I'm going to put RPG. Okay, this block is done. Okay, next, this block of code is done. Next, I think this section is done. This is the closing section. I can move this up, the rest of the code of the closing tag. I can bring them up. Okay, one more. Yes, okay, and I can move this over here if I want. Okay, this section is done. Okay, this section is done. Now let's move on to different thing. Now I'm going to create. We can save everything. Save all. Okay. Save all and go back to our browser and refresh the page. Okay. Now. Okay, and let's scroll down. This is tag cloud and languages. Now I'm going to create the footer. For the footer, go next after the section. I can do this for you, and I'm going to put footer start here. Okay, and go next. Now I'm going to say footer. Okay, and for the footer I can do the same thing for you. I'm going to add, and inside of the footer, create a div. I'm going to create a div, the class called container, that will hold everything. The container will hold everything, and inside of the container I create another div class called row for each line. Also, now this is try to keep all my closing tag together as I told you before. Okay. Now this is where I'm going to add the hard coding. This part I'm going to say paste. This is where I'm going to paste. Remember we did row, div class row, and this is where I just added this group block line of code. Okay, I said div class call. This is a left 12, and then I pass it on another list URL called class social icons, and a alias and anchor tag all together, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is the closing. Okay, pretty much here. This is the opening, this is the closing, and for row this is the closing, and I can, okay, and after this div, let me show you something. After the closing, after this div opening, after the closing, once I'm going to say I pass another div class call like 12, okay, and inside of this one I'm going to pass another div class called copyright dash text. Okay, try to keep all of my closing tag all together. I told you, yes, keep all together. Now we are inside of this one. I'm going to pass a phrase p, okay, and I'm going to say copy, this is a copyright, I'm going to say copyright 2021 space responsive blog. Okay, and I go after the closing p, I go to next line. Okay, you can do it like this. Okay, this is a vertical bar and space. You can put it like this if you want. Design. Okay, and then you add an anchor tag A and click on tab. You got it like this, and you can keep the hashtag here, and you go to next. This is where you get well here, and I'm going to say no follow. Okay, this is a no follow, and then next, and I'm going to say I need a target. This the target should be parent underscore parent. Okay, and I pass something. You can put anything you want. I'm going to put Jimdel-Edu. This is the closing. We got the P. No, okay. We do an error right here. P copyright 2021 responsive blog. Also, we have to cut this P, cut it out, and paste it after the closing anchor tag. Paste it over here. You have something. Okay, yeah. Let me see. Something's not right. Go to undo. Here. This is P. Okay. Now I'm going to put the closing P over here. Okay. This is the closing. This is the closing P. Okay. Now this is done. Pretty much. This is done. Now, next, what I'm going to add for you guys, you can save everything. Save up and go to our web browser and refresh the page. Okay, and we start. This is our footer. It's not done yet. And okay, let's go back, and after the footer, after the closing footer, you go next line, and this is where I'm going to add a few I'm going to say script. Okay, I need the source. The first one src. No, okay. Okay, this is the script. Okay. Next line, this is our script source. We don't need date, charter, and so on. We don't need this. Okay. And inside of the source, I have to put, we are going to call our folder called vendor. If you expand vendor, this is where we have bootstrap folder and css folder, js folder, and this is where I'm going to say, let me expand this for you so that you can see as a source vendor / and our second folder jQuery, and this is what I'm going to call my file. Okay, jQuery .man.css, and if you expand this, you expand jQuery. This is jQuery right here. When you expand it, let me show you. This is the folder that we just called. Okay, no, not that CSS, that JS. That JS. Okay. Our next, remove one, we got extra. Okay. Our next script, let's keep them in line. Okay. Not type JavaScript. Should be source, SRC, and click on this one. Now, source, same thing. We need vendor / at this time, we are going to call next folder called Bootstrap. Okay, and Bootstrap right here. Click on it, and call our next folder called JS. When you click on Bootstrap folder, you expand it. You see JS folder. Now let me put JS folder, and inside of the JS folder, if you extend it, you have, this is where we have our Bootstrap bundle and so on .js. This is where I'm going to say / and I think I'm going to say Bootstrap. Click here, that bundle that this is .js. Bootstrap, yes, .js. Okay, this is done. Now I'm going to add few additional script for you, but I will add them, those script I will add them inside of the asset. Okay, asset folder. Inside of the asset folder, let me show you. I remember I don't have them. Okay, I did not put it. Okay, inside of the asset folder, inside of the CSS folder, when you extend it, we only have fontawesome.css. Okay, fontawesome.css. But we have more than that. Okay, inside of the asset folder, and we have few more script. I'm going to just hard coding those for you. Okay, guys. After adding all these two scripts for you, we need to add more. Now we're done with with vendor. Here, this is vendor. This is for vendor, also Bootstrap. Okay, now I'm going to go. I'm going to grab few more for you inside of the JS folder. Inside of the JS folder, we have few more script for you. We have accordion.js. We have custom.js, isotope.js, o.js, sleek.js. So this is where I'm going to say script. I'm going to say script. Okay. Keep this, the closing. Okay. Inside of the first one, you say source equal double quote. Okay. And inside of the asset folder, when you expand asset folder and you find JS folder, remember I put here, you get access inside of the, I'm going to put let me show you. Yes, and inside of the, let me show you. Yes, inside of the JS folder, this is where you will find all these scripts. Okay, guys. All right. Now inside of the asset folder, and when you open asset folder, you go to JS folder. And inside of the JS folder, when you open JS folder, you will find all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 files of scripts. Okay, the first one is we call our main folder assets. We call asset folder. We say / and then after calling asset folder, you call JS folder. You say JS / This is where we call our first folder. Okay, our first folder is this is, we say accordions with s.js. This one is done. Okay, and next we say script and space src, and you can click on this one. Now we can keep them in line, guys. Okay, and inside of this source I'm going to say assets forward slash our second and call JS folder. Also next, our second file, we say custom.js. This is done, and we say next, and we say script, and keep this in line. Oops, close it. Inside of the first one, we say source src equal double quote, and we call our asset folder forward slash our JS folder forward slash. We call the third one, which is isotope, like this .js. Okay, next script, we say script. Okay, and the src, we can click on this one and move this up, keep them in line, and we call our asset folder forward slash our JS folder forward slash, and we call our fourth one is all.js. Last but not least, with our script, we say script. Okay, space src our source equal double quote asset folder forward slash JS folder forward slash. Last one, this fifth one, is a slick .js, and move this up. Okay, these are the additional. I can put it like this for you. Okay, I'm going to say additional script. Okay, after adding all of this script for you guys, you go to the next line, and create another script. You say script and space. At this time I'm going to say language equal double quote, and then you say text forward slash JavaScript. Okay, and inside of this script, this is where I'm going to say clear. I'm going to write my script. I'm going to say clear. Okay, bracket 0 equal space clear bracket 1 space equal, I'm going to say clear bracket 2 and space equal 0 semicolon. Next line, and this way I'm going to write I'm going to say function clear field. Okay, function clear fields as a function I put t. Okay, and okay, I'm going to say if not clear, if space, if not clear, bracket c.id. Okay, I'm going to pass my code here, and if not clear, I'm going to say clear everything. Okay, clear. Now again, bracket c.id. Okay, id equal 1 semicolon. Next line, c.value. Okay, equal single quote and semicolon. Next line, c.style color equal, this is my color, hashtag 3f. Okay, now this script is done, and then this is, I can clear this, bring it back. Okay, this is the closing body, the closing HTML. I bring this up. Okay guys, so now we're done with this part. Okay, pretty much done with index.html. We can save index.html, save all, and go back to our web browser and refresh the page. As you can see, we got all of this, and we have only one picture. Okay, so far so good. You don't see not that much changes, but you will see them when we start adding our CSS. Okay, let's go back now. Before we create our blog.html about contactus.html, let's add a few line of code of, let's add our CSS. Okay, and if you scroll up, we have flex-slider.css, all.css, template, fontawesome.css. All of this CSS we have to add it. Now let's do that to see our result, guys. Okay, and let's open our folder called CSS and CSS. Let me show you this again. Okay, remember I told you inside of the asset folder you find CSS folder, and inside of the CSS folder we have all of this. This is where we have all our CSS files. We have template.css, o.css, fontawesome.css, and flex-slider.css. Let's add all of these files and to see the beauty of our website. Okay, the first thing, let's add we already have our fontawesome.css. If we open our CSS folder, here we have fontawesome. Now let's click on CSS new files, and let's call it anything you want. No, not anything you want, sorry. All owl.css. Click on enter, and this is it right here. This is okay, this is the one that we just created right now. This is the CSS. Okay, this is the file. Now the first thing, let me show you something. If you go here, this is the nav. Okay, and after the nav, after the nav, now we are creating, now we are fixing our cursor, guys, our slider. Okay, on top, our slider. Let's fix in this. Let's fix in our slider. This is for this reason. This is where we okay, item number 5. Okay, our slider. Okay, now let's take this. I'm going to say oil.cursor. I'll take this one and go to this file and paste it here as a class. I'm going to put add I'm going to say that like this, and I'm going to say display none. Next line, I'm going to say width 100%, semicolon. We can save everything and go back, refresh to see what we got so far. Okay, as you can see, now everything on the bottom is in the center, and now let's work it on the top part. Okay, next, I'm going to hard coding this part, guys, just to keep the tutorial a little bit more much shorter. Okay, now I'm going to say put this line of code. I'm going to say WebKit tab highlight color should be transparent. Okay, it should be transparent, and after that, let me move this. After that, I can say I'm going to say position should be relative, and I'm going to use the z index should be equal to 1, and save everything. Go back, refresh, and okay, we got something, even though you don't see big change. Okay, next. Now I'm going to keep the same thing. Go to index.html. I'm going to keep this one, and now I'm going to match it with where I'm going to say next one. Looking for something. Okay, copy this. Can go here. Put that, paste it. And okay, another one, remove cursor, second one, and I use stage. Make sure I got everything flat. Okay, and for this I'm going to say position relative again. Okay, and this is where I'm going to hard coding this part again, guys. Try to keep this tutorial a little bit shorter, guys, for you. Okay, I'm going to paste this line of code. Now you can, okay, and position relative, that okay, this is .ms, touch action, pen Y, and so on, touch action manipulation, and you can copy this line of code. You save everything, okay, and you go back, refresh the page. So far so good, and go back, let's add more. Okay, let's add more, and I'm going to say stage after, copy this line, copy, paste, and now put on after, stage after, and I'm going to do the same thing. Guys, okay, and paste this line of code as a content. Okay, double quote, period inside of it, and display block, clear both, visibility hidden, line has 0, height 0. Now save everything and go back, refresh the page. Okay, as we walk in, we have just a small progress. Next, I'm going to copy the same one and paste it over here. Now at this time I'm going to say after stage I say dash outer, okay, and after outer this is where I'm going to, okay, I'm going to pass all of this code for you, and I'm going to say, let me put it this way, position relative and overflow hidden, and I need a WebKit. I need after this line of code, the CSS, and add this line of code. And save everything and go back, refresh the page. Okay. Okay, refresh the page. Okay. Next, this is where I'm going to add our wrapper. I'm going to wrap everything, and I add this, that carousel, that wrapper, that, or I can keep them in one line for you if you want, or let me use it like this, and I put a comma after, and I put that carousel, that, okay, and inside of it, let me move this like this, but okay. Also, let me add this line block of code for you guys. Okay, I add all of this here, WebKit, backface, visibility hidden, and so on, and WebKit transform, translate 3D 00. You can copy this line of code, you can save everything, go back and see what we have. Okay, now we can stop here. I'm going to create, okay, template.css. If you go here, we have template.css. Now we're working on this one. Now I'm going to create template.css, and after that flex slider.css. Okay, now let's go to CSS folder, click on CSS folder, right click, new file, and click template.css. Click on enter. Okay, now for the template.css, the first thing is to add work with our body. Okay, I'm going to for the body, I'm going to say font family, single quote, Roboto and put a camera. This is safe. Okay. Also, you can say over. This overflow should be hidden next, and I'm going to say text rendering should be up. Yeah, legibility, yes. And next, we say WebKit. Okay, we say WebKit font. WebKit font smoothing should be in like this, and also I need more OSX font. Yeah, oops. Font smoothing. It should be great scale. Okay, this is done. We can save our program and go back, refresh the page. Okay, we have something. As you can see, we got something a little bit. Okay, go back now. Next, now work with P. Okay, for P, I'm going to add few line of code for you inside of the P. Margin button. Okay, 0, font size 15, font weight, color, line height. Okay, and we can copy. Okay, save everything, go back, refresh the page. Okay, now next I'm going to say add the anchor tag. Okay, and for anchor tag I'm going to say text decoration should be none, but put something important after that, and semicolon. And then for our URL, I'm going to say padding. Okay, 0. Also the margin should be 0. Also the list style none. Okay, save everything and back, refresh the page. Okay, now let me add more. For all of H1, H2, H3, H4, I can pass something like this for you. You can see that. Okay, I say H1, H2, from H1 to H6, I say margin 0. Okay, and next for the main button, that main button A, it should be display inline block. Next, and need a background color, hashtag F4 8840. Okay, and next for our color, all you can do, I'm going to add few line of code for you after that. Paste. Oops. Okay, this is good. Next line and paste. Okay, for main. Okay, let me see. Go to next line, and I'm going to paste few line of code right here. This is the closing. Okay, I say background color is the color. This is the background color. This is the main color. This is the font size, font weight, padding, text transform, uppercase. As you can see, we can save everything so far and refresh the page right here. Okay, now let's go down a little bit, and I have few things for the hover now, and I'm going to paste few line of code for you guys to keep this tutorial shorter for you. I've done this. Okay, now I just added few. Okay, block of code for you here. That means button a hover background, this is the color, heading page, okay, padding top, heading page as well. Again, margin, padding, text align left, background position center, background repeat, no repeat for the pictures, background size cover. This is the URL picture. This is one of my picture. If I save everything and go back and refresh the page, okay. Now I wanna go back to oil.css. This is where we started. Okay. This is where we started. Okay. If let me scroll up a little bit. Let me scroll a little bit and okay, this is display none 100%. Okay, it's the index one. Okay. Oh, we need something. We forgot to add that. That's why we got the red. Remember, CSS. This is okay right here. You should add that. Remember to add this one too. That. On this one too. That. Okay. And save everything. Save all. Go back. Refresh the page. Okay, go back again because let me see, stage outer position relative of hidden. Okay, stage after, this is fine. Okay, this is fine. That car, okay. And go. Okay, now on this one, let me add more code for you guys. Okay. Alright, this is a wrapper. Okay. We're done with the wrapper. Okay, now with this one, guys. Now I'm going to add this line of code, block of code right here. I can bring this down for you. Okay. Okay, also that item position relative minimum height 1 pixel, float left, and so on. So next line, I'm going to say that, or I can copy this, paste it over here, and add image after that. And I'm going to say display block, next line, and with a width of 100%. Okay, save everything, go back, refresh. Now, okay, let me see, there's a problem here. Let me try to fix it, because when we go back to our browser, something is not right before it was. Okay. Let me go back to index.html. I think index.html is okay. Yeah, let's go scroll up. Let me see. That's CSS, FlexLink. Okay, font awesome. Everything's fine. Bootstrap. That's CSS. Let me see. Go to vendor. This is vendor bootstrap. Open bootstrap, go to CSS folder, open it. That's CSS. This is good. This is good. Okay. Try to verify what's going on for our website. Okay. I go back. No. This is the one I'm working. We got all this. And is not right. Let me do something, guys, to see if I can fix this. Try to figure out what's going on. Okay. I'm going to do something. I'm going to cut this everything. Okay, see what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut everything and save it. Go back, refresh the page to see what's going on. Okay, we only got one picture. Let's see, and go back, paste it back. Pretty much save it. Refresh the page. Okay, there is no scroll bar here. Okay, let me figure it out. Okay, let me figure it out. Next, let me add. Okay, go to. This is where we at. Let me close all of this for you. This is where we at. We are on Open Asset folder, Open CSS folder. We're on this folder. We're working on this folder. With this folder right here, I'll put image, and after that, let me continue to see what's going to happen. I think everything is fine. Next, this is the block of code that I just added for you guys. Okay, right here, right here. Okay, this block of code, you can keep it like this if you want. Go next, and I'm going to add a few more also for you. Okay, now next line, I'm going to paste, okay, this block of code. Now if I save everything, let me bring this down for you. If I save everything and go back, refresh the page, still the same thing. Okay, let me finish with this page to see what's going on after I'm trying to fix it. Next, I'm going to add this line of code. So I say CSS, I say paste, start from here, finish here, like this. This is it, this is the block of code. Okay, this is the block of code. Okay, and save everything and go back, refresh the page. Okay, I don't see anything yet. I don't know what's wrong. Okay, next. Now this is where, okay, next, go to the next line, and I'm going to paste this block of code. I started from here, finish here. Okay, let me put it like this for you so that you can see everything. Okay, start from here, finish here. Okay, save everything, go back, refresh. Okay, as you can see, we got something coming up. Okay, let's go back and go to the next line. Now this is what I'm going to put for you guys. I'm going to paste. Okay, I said paste. Okay, I paste this block of code for you right here, and save everything, refresh, and go back. Okay, next line. Okay, go to the next line. I'm going to paste for you. Okay, start it from here. Okay, start it from here. Let me fix this, close here. Okay, this close here, this close here. Okay, I'll start from here. Okay, now you can save everything and go back, refresh the page. We don't have the scroll bar here. I will figure out what's going on, guys. Don't worry, we will fix it together. Next line. Go to the next line. This is it. Okay, go to the next line. Next line, and I'm going to paste for you. I say paste. Okay, start it from here, finish here. Let me fix this so that you can see clearly. what you're doing. Okay, start it from here, finish here. Okay, you can save everything, and go back, refresh the page. Nothing yet. Okay, almost done. I'm trying to finish with this page of CSS, add all of CSS, and go back to fix the problem, guys. Okay, and this for the fade out. Okay, next, go to the next line, and I'm going to paste this line for you. Okay, start it from here, finish here. Okay, this is inside. Add keyframe, fade out, 0%, start from here, finish here. Let me put it this way for you, and start from here, finish here, and next. Yes, okay. This line of code, you can copy it, you can, okay. Save everything. Okay. Okay, next line. Let's go up a little bit. Let's go down, sorry. Next line. Next line, guys. You can paste it here. Okay. Okay, this is start from here, finish here. Now I can move this so that you can see. Okay, let me do it this way for you. Here, okay. From here, finish here. Say okay. Oh, height, transition height. Okay, okay. We don't need this. Something like that. Okay. You can comment this out if you want. It's not working. And this is from here to here. Okay. Let me leave it like this so that you can see it and you can okay code this out. Almost done for this page. Almost done for this page. Almost done. Okay, next line. Okay, I'm going to paste it here, or I can put something like this. Oops. Like this. Okay. Next line, just to separate them, and I'm going to paste this block of code, or maybe okay. I can keep it like this. Okay, start it from here, guys. Okay, I'm going to leave it like this so that you can see. You can write those code, but remember this block of code is started from here and finish from here. Let me put it like this. Yes, okay, so that you can see. Next, okay, next line, go to the next line. I'm going to paste it here. I say paste. Okay, I think this is the last part for this file. Okay, I started from here over. Okay, I just added this line of code. Finish here. Okay, this is it. You can copy and finish here. I'll save everything. Save everything. And go back. Refresh the page. There's nothing yet. Okay, now let me go back and see if we can fix the problem. Okay, go open your template.css. I'm going to highlight everything and cut it and save the page. Go back. I'm going to test it. Okay, maybe something's wrong. This is something's wrong right here. something's wrong. I caught template.css. Maybe something's wrong with template.css. This is it empty now, and I save everything. And now, okay, let me go back to see if I can fix the error, and I can paste everything back and go scroll up and cut this, start from body and save only body, go back, refresh. Okay, this is what we have. Okay, and go back, we can add our line of code. Okay, okay, now this is our next line of code. Started from P. Okay, started from P. Open this. Okay, you're done with body. P, UL. Now we can save everything and go back to our browser, refresh the page to see what we have. Okay, okay, now let's go back and go back to, now let's go to the next line and add a few line of code for you. Go to the next line and I'm going to paste each line of code. I want to mark it for you guys. Okay, next, this is where I'm going to paste next block of code. Okay, starting from here and finish over here. Okay, H1 to heading page. Now you can code this part. I'm going to stop for a second for you. You can code this part. Okay, all right. Now next, you can save this part and go back, refresh the page. Okay, now you see something. Go back, next line. Okay, I'm going to add few line of code again for you. And okay, paste. Let me show you where I can mark it for you if you want. Okay, I go to next. This is where I'm going to paste it. I say paste. Okay, and we started from here, page heading. This is another page heading, padding top 110 pixel, and we stop here and then we start. This is the second block of code I just added right now. Page heading and page heading dot text content h4 for the heading. Okay, page heading dot text content h2, header 2. Okay, let me stop for a second for you. This is where I pass on the image or the URL. Okay, okay, next, and you can save this part, save everything, and go back to our browser and refresh the page. Okay, everything is, so far so good. Next line. Okay, now this is where I'm going to put our heading style, our header style. Let me write it down for you. Header style. Okay, okay. For the header style, I'm going to say, for the header style, this is where I'm going to paste this line of code. Start from here, from this header to this header. Okay, now I can save everything here. Make sure you code all this part. You can stop the video and you finish coding and then you start over. You save everything, go back and refresh the page. Okay, and go back now. Next, for the background header, I'm going to put something for the background header. Yes, I'm going to put something for the background header right here. Next, I'm going to paste this line of code for you. Background header, remember we start from here to this header. Now I start from background header navbar to this line of code. Okay, I stop here. You can write this code. Okay, you can stop the video, stop it, and play it back, and save everything, and go back, refresh the page. Okay, now you have an idea. Here's our title. Okay, and this is our navigation, our nav. Okay, now let's go back. Okay, now remember we're working on template.css. Now this is where I'm going to pass our hover for the nav link on our nav. Okay, next. I think you're done with this. This is where I'm going to paste, and this is the last line of code. Okay, or I can put something for you like this to mark it. Okay, and paste it over here. Okay, and scroll up. We start from here to here. Let me go up a little bit so that you can see, you can write this code out. Okay. Okay. Can do the same thing. Can do the same thing. And finish with this. Finish with this. I'm going to add this line of code again. Paste. Okay. Start from here. Finish here. Okay. Start from here. Oops. Okay. Save everything. And go back. Refresh the page. Now, as you can see, almost there. Okay. All right. Go back. Next line. Okay. Let me scroll for you. Start from here. Let's scroll down, down, down. And next line of code. Okay. Next line of code, start from here. Paste. Okay. We start from here to here. Okay, start from here. Let me show you. We start from here. Navbar, navbar, link hover. Okay, you can copy navbar, toggle icon, background image, and so on. Okay, go slowly, slowly, slowly. Do not remove this. This is the way of styling content for the content. Okay, I can mark this for you as well. Okay, and this is where now I'm going to this part is for banner style. Okay, this is where I'm going to start styling our banner style. Okay, for the banner style, these are the code. These are the code. Okay, let me paste it over here. Paste. And we mark it. Okay, for the banner, we start over here. Go up. Okay. From here. Okay. Okay. That's why I'm taking some time. Goes really slow. Okay. To here. Now we can save everything and go back, refresh the page. Okay, now you have an idea, guys. Okay, almost there, almost there. We have to fix this part. Okay, this is our preview, and next, now we have to place them inside of the picture right here, one here and one over here. Okay, so go back to our code. I can mark this for you if you want. Put it like this way. Okay, go to next line. Now our next block of code, go here, and then I click on paste. I start from here, okay, start from here to here. Okay, as you can see, this is from here over that item content URL align and so on, this line of code. Okay, let me go a little bit slower for you so that you can see. Okay, now next book. Okay, next I'm going to paste. Okay, I mark it for you. We start from here. Okay, over, start from here. All right, you can pause the video and then start over to continue. Okay, that's why I keep marking for you and see where I put okay, now next, or I can add this inside. I can add this after oil banner, oil knife button. I can add something. I paste. I add this block of code here for you. Okay, and I go next after this. This is where I'm going to call what we call call to action. Remember that? Our call to action. For our call to action, let me put this line of code for you. Paste. Okay, and start from here. Call to action. This is an image. Pass over here. Span. Okay, header 4, main button, and we stop over here. You can save everything. We can save everything here and go back to our browser, refresh the page. Now you pretty much see something okay, better. Now go back, okay. Next line of code, our next line of code, let me show you where you should start our next line of code. Up where, yeah, now this is where we pass our blog post. Okay, for the blog post, I'm going to say paste, and blog post start from here. Let me scroll down a little bit for you. Okay, see everything here, post down contents, we can code. Okay, and finish here. Okay, next line of code, let me show you where we have. Okay, for the same blog post, I'm going to paste it here. Okay, let me go up, scroll up a little bit, and we start from here. Okay, from here, scroll down a little bit for you. Okay, this is okay, this is fine. Okay, and then finish here. Next, okay, next line, the same blog post, okay, the same blog post, I'm going to paste it over here, okay, and if we save everything, and let me scroll up, we start from here, alright, let me scroll down a little bit, scroll down, finish here, and next, save everything, go back and refresh the page. Okay, as you can see, we have so far we got the structure, but we don't finish with this yet. Okay, these are the categories, the sidebar. Okay, go back to our code and our next block of code. Okay, I'm trying to finish with the blog post. Next line of code, I'm going to put it after, paste it here, and scroll up. Remember, we start here to here. Okay, let me scroll up. So we start from here. Okay. Alright. Finish here. Okay. Save everything and go back, refresh the page. Okay, now go back again. Next line of code. Now we are going to work with the UL, okay, another list, and paste over here. We start from here, remember, and finish here. UL dot page numbers, text align center, UL dot page number, li, and so on. Let me scroll down a little bit, and this finish here. And save everything, go back, refresh the page. Okay, go back again. Next block of code. Now let's done with put two more for the UL after the UL dot page number li1 lia, and paste these two block of code, these two for you right here. Okay, and go next. I can save everything and go back, check to see what I got. Okay, and go back here. Now I'm going to start with the blog post sidebar. Now this is where I'm going to work with the blog post sidebar, and our first block of code I'm going to paste here. Start from here. Oops, let me extend this. Okay, blog post dot sidebar heading h2. Okay, I say blog post dot comment margin top b, blog post dot comment ULLI, finish over here. Okay, next, save everything, go back, refresh the page. Okay, and I'm trying to finish with this one as well. And next block of code, guys, let me put it over here. Okay, let me scroll up. We start from here, still to the bottom. Okay, start from here, as you can see again, and go next. Save everything, go back, refresh the page. Okay, now I got the color over here, you got the color over here, you got the color. Okay, got the color, as you can see, is now okay. Sidebar, so far so good. And go back, and next block of code, okay, I'm going to paste it over here. We start from here, remember. Okay, start here to here, but let me scroll up. Okay, go slower. That blog post, that comment, URL dot write content and so on, blog post comment, pretty much the same thing. That write content, h4 span, put everything. I mean goes okay. Okay, next. Okay, save everything, go back and refresh the page. Okay, more styling. Okay, next line of code. Okay, next line of code. This is for the same, for the last part for the blog post. Last part for the blog post, I say paste. I just added this two for you. Okay, just added this two for you. You can code this. Blog post or submit comment or button, okay, and so on, or over, and save everything. Okay, refresh the page. Alright, go back and go after this. Now this is where I'm really the sidebar, pretty much the final touch. Okay, pretty much the final touch for the sidebar, and I'm going to say sidebar. No, I have to put a dot. Expand this. Dot sidebar. Margin left. 30 pixel. Okay. And go next. I put this code for you. Remember, we start with the sidebar, and I just paste this line of code for you. Okay, let me scroll up a little bit again. We start from here, take this line of code. Okay, let me scroll down, okay, finish here. Now next block of code. This is, I'm going to put it after this and paste it. Okay, and let me scroll up. We start from here, start by search input, placeholder, and so on. And okay, sidebar recent post, URLi, sidebar recent post, last child, header 5, header 5 over. Okay, and we finish over here. Okay, next. Now we can save everything and go back, refresh the page. As you can see, guys, now this sidebar pretty much looks good. Okay, you can see got hover on this one, but recent post, the date, everything. We're not done yet. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back and add few line of code. Add few line of code for you. Okay, inside of the sidebar, I want to keep it that way. Inside of the sidebar, because I'm almost done with the sidebar. Inside, after this sidebar, that categories URLi, I'm going to add this, paste. Okay, sidebar categories. After this URLi, right here. Let me see, sidebar. Yeah, URLi. Okay, after this, I add this for you. I add this, okay? Or I start from here, last child, URLi A, URL over, the over, and okay, till here. Now, this is where I'm going to start with our footer. Okay, for the footer, I'm going to say footer margin top 100 pixel and text align center. For the background, color should be hashtag 2023 2E, and I'm going to say padding 60 pixel, 0 pixel. Okay, and we can refresh it, go save everything and go back, refresh the page. We are not going to see the footer yet. Let's try to get everything we need. Okay, we need the footer. Let me add more for you. Okay, for the footer, after this footer, let me add more. Okay, now after this footer, you have to start from here to here, display none. Okay, let me scroll up. You can let me scroll down a little bit, just slower for you so that you can see it. Okay, all right, and after that, this is what I'm going to add for the icon, social icon. For our social icon, this is our next block of code here. For the same footer, I paste it here. Let me scroll up. We start from here, footer URL dot social icons LIA, and for the hover and so on, P, footer PA over, and let me go next. At this time, this is where I'm going to use our contact form CSS for the contact form. Okay, when I say contact host, for the contact form, I say I paste it here. I start from here. I say contact host. Okay, down contact. Okay, for the map and so on, I put everything. Okay, for the input inside of the contact, for the contact form, save everything and go back, refresh the page. Okay, nothing yet. Okay, I'm trying to finish with this page, guys, and I'm going to add something again for the contact us. Okay, and this is where our next block of code will start, right here, and I click on paste. Start from here, text area where you put your message. Okay, contact form, and next this for the button, and after next. Okay, next block of code, start from here. Okay, and let me put it inside, because after that, this is where I'm going to put about us. Okay, and let me put it after contact us, that contact form button. Let me paste this. Okay, contact form button. Okay, here after this is where I start, guys. I start from here to here. Let me scroll up. I'm going to scroll up a little bit so that you can see it. Okay, start from here. Okay. Okay, now contact us done. For the page about us, start from here. I'm going to say that about us, go inside of it. That about us, going to say margin top, 100 pixel, text text align center, okay. And we are not going to see those yet because I'm not, yeah, I did not create those yet, okay. Yeah, okay. Let's go back. Let's try to finish with this. And next, same working with some contact us for the image. For the image inside of the contact us, and I'm going to paste this line of code over here. Image, yeah, start with the image here to here. Okay, start with the image, contact us, image, p phrase, okay, inline block for the anchor tag, all of the list for the hover, and so on inside of the contact us. Okay, now this is where I'm going to for the responsive style, start over here, save everything and go back. Okay, for the responsive style over here, okay, this is where you start with at media, okay, maximum width, okay, should like this. And here inside of it, this is where I'm going to pass all of my code. Okay, and I'm going to paste everything inside of it. Start from here to here. Okay, this is the main, opening, closing, and all of my code inside of it. Okay, I can save everything and go back, refresh the page. All right, if I do this, now you have an idea of what I'm doing. Okay, all right, so go back, go after that. I'm going to create another at media. Got two at, okay. At this time, I'm going to say for the each size. I need one side for the cell phone, one side for the tablet, one side for the anything type of device. Okay, to fit. I want the website to fit inside of any devices. Okay, that's why I say max width. Max width should equal 768 pixel, and I pass that all for the banner or the picture, that or the nav, and this is I'm going to say display none. This display none. Okay, this done. Okay, go down. Say add media, and we got to add not query max width 992 pixel. Okay. Oops. Like this. Okay. Max width 992. Okay, inside of it now, this is where I'm going to pass. This is where I'm going to pass few line of code. Okay, and I'm going to paste. I pass this line of code, navbar blend, and so on. If we go down and save everything and go back, refresh the page. If we do this, okay, go back. Try to finish with this template.css, put everything inside of it. And next, block of code. Okay, go here. Next block of code, I'm going to paste it here, paste, and we start it from here, guys. Start from here to here. Okay, let me stop for a moment. You can see. Okay, okay. Next line, let me mark it for you. Next block of code, almost done for this part. Okay, start from here. Okay, navbar, item, all of the item. Okay, okay, okay. Now next, I wanna do something for the at media at, let me show you this, guys. At media max width 992. I wanna add all of my code inside of it. Start from here, as you can see, highlight, and this one is highlight as well. If you click here, this is the closing, opening, closing. All of this code, let me show you something. All of this code right here, I'm going to cut everything, cut it, and click here. And after this, watch what I'm doing. After this, okay, I go down and I paste everything. Yes. Now everything is inside of it. This is the last part. Okay. And after that, okay, let's add our next block of code. Okay, next block of code. Okay, go inside of it. Okay, and I paste it here. Okay, 18. Okay, I start from here to here. Okay, this is where I start. Oh, banner, that item content. Okay, I save everything and go back to our web browser and refresh the page. Okay, so now, guys, as you can see, the category is pretty much okay. Now let's try to finish with the top part. And now we're done. I'm done with the template.css. Now let me go back to this. We did not done yet. Okay, now we're working with, let me show you here. Now let's go back to here. I'm done with template.css. Now let me try to finish this. Okay. After okay, let me see where. Okay, we finish with this part. Finish with this part. Yeah, this, let me see this part. Okay, now, yeah, I guess we finished with this part. I remember. Okay, now let's create inside of the CSS. Let me show you again. Now we need flex dash slider.css file inside of the CSS folder. Okay, click on CSS folder, click on new file, that flex dash, what's the name again? Flex that slider that CSS, and click on enter. Okay, now let's put a few lines of code inside of it. The first thing I'm going to say at font face. Okay, add font face and add everything inside of it. Okay, now you can copy it, you can code them. Let me move this right here, and I can move this for you for the next on the next line. Oh no, okay, undo, okay, next line. Okay, here. Okay, now if you copy this, this is a one line of code right here, one line of code, and comma URL and finish here. Okay, next for the, I'm going to say that flex container a over, and now I'm going to use a before I put this, I'm going to use a comma that flex slider a over. Now I can do this and outline none. Okay, all right, now save everything and go back, refresh the page. I'm trying to fix everything to see. Okay, next next line of code, guys, and this is where I'm going to paste it. Okay, start from here. I finish with this, start from slides. Okay, this, let me save it and go back, refresh the page. Okay, I need the top part, I'm not done yet. Okay, now next, this is our base line for the styling. Okay, next line, let me separate, put it this way for you so that you can see our next line. I'm going to paste it over here, paste. Okay, start from here, flex slider. Okay, flex slider and flex slider, and okay, scroll down until here. Next, if we save everything, go back, refresh the page. Okay, I want to figure out what's going on. Okay, after that, let's go next line. Go to the next line, and I can, let me sit with this. Next block of code for the flex post play. Let me paste it over here, and this is where we start. Okay, and finish here. Okay, also, guys, I'm going to put the link in the description. You will get access to download the full website if you want, or you can, as I said before, you can copy, download the folder and add those folders to your website as you're coding along. Okay, go next. Okay, next code, block of code, paste it over here. We start flex control, paging yeah, LIA, okay, all of this, and next. Okay. Okay, finish over here. Next block of code. We need a flex control. For the flex control, we can put it inside. Next, after flex control forms li. Okay. And now let's take the flex control for the image. Now paste. Okay. Flex control image. We start from here and I finish here. Now next, I'm going to say this is our last part for the responsive. For the responsive part, and this is where we say add media or just the media. Okay, add media max width should be 860 pixel, and before that I'm going to say add media screen and maximum width 860 pixel, and inside of it I'm going to pass everything like start from here. I'm going to pass this code and paste it. Okay, I pass this code, this block of code inside of it. You can write this down. This is the closing for this. Opening, closing. Okay. If you save everything and go back and refresh the page, as you can see, now we got something. Okay, now we got something. Now there is no page. Yeah, we do not create all of this page yet. Okay. But as you can see, we have everything. Let's see if this is work really fine, as you can see. Okay guys, let's continue now. Let's go back and now create our file called after index.html. Now let's go to our main folder and new file, create. Let's see, let me take a look. Now let's create about us.html. Okay, about should be it should be about.html, about.html. Click enter. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add coding pretty much all of it, just to keep this tutorial a little bit shorter. Okay, I'm going to say, let me explain this for you so that you can see. I'm going to say HTML, click on tab, and then you got this. For the title, you can say responsive blog. Okay, this is the about page. Okay, this is done. Now the link that we need, what we can do, just go back to index.html. Go up. Okay, index.html, we need this link. Okay, also we need these three. What we can do, we need pretty much all of everything inside of the head. You can see this is the head. I'm going to copy everything inside of the head, copy, and go to about.html and go to the inside of the head and paste everything and save it. Okay, now we have two titles. This is, you can okay, save everything. Okay, now let's go inside of the body. let's go inside of the body. For the body, we can let's go. We are going to do the same thing. Go back to HTML. To index.html. Go inside of the index.html, and now, okay, let me see. I'm going to copy pretty much everything. Why not all of them? Navbar responsive area. Okay, I'm going to copy everything inside of the header. I'm going to say header, follow me, header, and copy everything. Copy the whole header, copy, and go to about.html inside of the body and paste it. Okay, and now we can go save everything, go back, refresh the page, click on about us to see. Okay, now as you can see, we have the knife, and click on home. Now we have index. Okay, click on about us, we got it, and so on. Okay, let's go back. Okay, we're done with header. For the go back to index.html to see if we can get something. If we can get something from it. It's that div, and okay, we don't need. Okay, now go after header. Sorry. After header, okay, next line. I'm going to add this line of code for you. I'm going to paste it from here to here. I create a section inside of this div. The first div class heading page, header text, and I create a section inside of it. The section page heading. Okay, about us, more about us. Now you can write this down, code this down. Okay, I can save everything and go back, refresh the page. Now I can stay on this one. As you can see, this is the picture and so on. Now go back, go after this div, and this is where I'm going to put all my, this is where my banners, I'm going to say, okay, paste it here. Banner and here, and start. I'm going to start something else after that. Okay, now I'm going to create a section. Okay, I'm going to create a section, guys. I'm going to say section. Okay, and instead of this section, I'm going to pass a container. I'm going to pass a div, so we create a div and pass a class called container. Okay, keep all this together. Close div, close. Okay, inside of this div container, and this is where I'm going to start pass a lot of things. Okay, the first div I'm going to create a div called war, but I'm going to paste it here for you so that you can see I got everything in one line. Okay, let me separate this. Okay, let me click on edit, undo. Okay, now and start over. Okay, and go here and paste it for you again. Oh no, I should copy. Undo again. I have to start over, guys, sorry. Okay, and now paste without this copy, paste. Okay, and now I can, let me see, art channel. Okay, I can go here. Next line, go to the 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 next line, next line. Okay, this is how we, okay, pretty much this is how we have it. Where do I find all this text? This is where I got them. I took, yeah, I copy and paste them from this website. Okay, all right. Now I think this is it started from P. Okay, this is start from here. Let me show you this. Inside of this href, I pass my YouTube link. Also inside of this href, okay, this is my YouTube link, channel link, okay. And the first P, I start from here, okay, and I pass an anchor tag, well, no follow, and this is the YouTube link right here. Start here, okay. And after that, this is the opening, the closing for the row. Okay, and we go next. After it, I can save everything, go back and refresh the page. As you can see, I got the picture with few things. And if you click on this link, this will lead you to the to my YouTube channel. Okay. Okay. For the, okay. All right, guys, can go back. Okay, let's go back and create something. Add few line of code again. Go after that, and I'm going to paste this line of code. I paste this for you. I want you to see this. This. Okay, and I pass this. This is the row, finish here, start here, close here. This is the heading, this header, this is the phrase. Okay, this is a header, this is a phrase. Okay, I can go next and pretty much do the same thing. I can do the same thing for you and do the next line and paste it. Okay, okay, start from here. This is a block of code. I can go down, keep this much closer. Okay, follow the same thing, guys. Start from here and finish here. Okay, this closing, the phrase P, here closing P. Okay, P closing and close here. Go next. Okay, this is, I'm going to do the same thing and go to the next line and paste it. You can only, okay, let me do it this way. Let me do it this way and paste it. Okay, start here, close here, open here, close here. This is it, and I can do this for you. Okay, all right. Pass the class row, open here, close here, pass another div, and open here, close here, pass a header, and this is the phrase. Only this unit, you create one row, div, open here, close here, and inside of it, you create another div, open here, close here, H4P, and you keep repeating 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay. And you save everything, and you go back, you refresh the page. As you can see, this is it. We're not done yet, but so far we can see something. Okay, next, pretty much almost done for this page. I'm going to pass on the row. Okay, block of code, I paste it. This, okay, this block of code, I call a class called row. For the start, left 12, and then another list. Okay, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, like. This is for the social icon. I can save everything. Okay, and you go back, you refresh the page. Okay, you got them right here, and you go back again. Next line. Now I can bring this up, the closing div and the closing section, because this part is done. I can now have to go next after this closing section to create for the footer. Now to create the footer, I can add it for you. I'm going to paste it here. This is the footer. Footer start here and div container that hold everything, all the social icon. Okay, footer start here, finish here. Okay, give you some time to code them. Okay, here, and after the footer, go back. No, not go back. Go down and save everything. Browser, refresh the page. Okay, here's the footer. Okay, now we have to fix this part. Go, and now to fix this part, I go after the closing footer. This is where I have to add the script. I have to add the script to fix it. Okay, this is the script. You can, okay, this is the block of script right here. You can code them and go next. You can save everything, go to the browser, refresh the page. Okay, and go back. Not done yet. This is where I'm going to write out the full script. The full script. Let me put it this way. I'll paste it for you, and let me put it add it this way. Like let me cut this, and with few comments for you. Okay, now set a clear flag for each field. You declare in the area outside of the function, makes it static and global. Now you could use true and false, okay, but that's more typing. So, and this is this way you can understand it better. I think on this page, let me, okay, as you can copy here. We save everything and go back, refresh the page. Okay, now we're not done yet. Well, this is not styling pretty much the way we want it, but let's go. Now we have to do our next after index.html, about.html, go to main folder, click on new file. Now we are going to create, let me see, we are going to create blog.html. We call it blog.html. Click on enter, and we pretty much do the same thing. I'm going to say HTML, click on tab, and it do the same thing, and put responsive, okay, blog post for this one. Also, we are going to copy, go to index.html and copy everything inside of the head. Okay, you copy everything inside of the head and go back to blog.html and go inside of the head and paste everything. Save it and go back again to index.html. At this time we are going to the inside of the body. Okay, go inside of the body. This is the body. Okay, and we have to copy the header. Yeah, everything. Copy and go back blog.html and go inside of the body. Okay, and paste everything and save everything and go back, refresh it, click on blog, and we have the navigation. Okay, now go back after the header. This is where we have to put our banner. We have to do the same thing, guys, and now click on paste. Okay, I paste it here, block of code. Okay, recent post or recent blog, and if you save click on save everything, and you go back, you refresh the page. This is recent blog. Okay, for the about, if you're on about, more about, on blog, more blog, if you're on home, this is everything that you have here. Click on, now we're working post blog. Okay, after that, after this div, and I'm going to create a section, and after this div I paste it here. Is the section start here? Okay, let me here. Okay, this is my YouTube channel link. Okay, and click here. This is the section start here and finish here. I can code it. Finish here. Just save everything and go back. Refresh the page. You got here. You got this side. Okay. Go back next. After this section, closing section, you go back and you create. I'm going to create another section again. I'm going to create another section. Okay, and go down. This is section number 2, and inside of this section I'm going to create a div class called container. But inside of the first section, I'm going to pass a class called blog dash post. This is the grid system, and inside of the container, div container, I'm going to make sure you keep all of the closing tagged all together. Okay, and inside of the container, I'm going to pass another div. I call it row. I'm going to keep everything really close. Okay, and inside of the row, this is I pass another div, a class called call, like this, and it. Okay, and inside of it, I'm going to pass another div. Okay, class called all blog post. Okay, and inside of it, I'm going to pass another div called row. Okay, and inside of this row, I'm going to pass another div class called call, like this, and 6. And inside of this one, I'm going to pass another div. Okay, this is this div, and I'm going to call it blog form. Okay, but now inside of this one, this is where I'm going to pass my image. I'm going to say image, the source asset. If I extend this for you, you can see inside of the assets folder. Let me open it. CSS folder, font folder, images folder, and JS folder. And folder assets. Now I call my images folder, and I call my image blog form -01 and that JPG. Okay, opening, closing, this is done. And after that, I'm going to pass something for you, but at this time I'm going to paste a few lines of code. Okay, let me give you some space so that you can see. Okay, start from here and I paste it. Okay, start from here, finish, like put it like this for you. Okay, say div down content, lifestyle, and so on. Put the date, you can change everything. Okay, here. Okay, I can move those up like this. Okay, Okay. Okay, guys. Next, after we finish this, adding this, let me scroll up. We pass the image. I added this block of code. Down content. Okay. I think we're done coding this. If you click here, like this for the closing, this is the closing div, and after this two div, this is the closing. Remember, let me show you. This is the opening, down content. This is the closing. After these two, go down. I'm going to add few line of code for you, just to show you, and paste. Okay. This is where I started. This is the opening, and this is the closing. So let me put the text like right here. Div class call. This is a length 6. A blog post, a blog thumb. I pass my second image. Okay, and I pass a div down content. I call it lifestyle for the span. This is I pass an anchor tag and header. And this is the another list. I pass a 3 line of code as a list. I pass a phrase p and class call option div close over here, and this is where I put an FFI tag. Also, this is over here. Now, next after that, I'm going to pretty much do the same thing. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. We can go next and paste. We can copy the same block of code. Okay, you can copy this same block of code and paste it. But how the thing? I have it. I'm going to paste it. Okay. Oops, I said copy. It should be paste. Let me see. Start from here. Copy this one, and we paste it over here. Okay, closing, opening. Okay, and for the next part, and we keep it pretty much that way, and you can save everything, and you can go back and refresh the page. As you can see, we got our picture. Okay, now let's go back. We can do the same thing again. We can do the same thing again. Copy and paste it, just to save some time. We copy this block of code right here. You copy it and go here and you paste it. Okay. Opening. Okay. I can put this like this. Opening and closing. You go next. You can save everything. Go back. Refresh the page. Okay. Okay. Now, next. I'm going to do the same thing again. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing again. Copy this block of code. Oops. Here. Copy this block of code and paste it after here. Okay. This is the opening. Opening. Okay. And this is the closing. We go next after. Okay, now next we are going to do the same thing. Now for another picture, copy this block of code. You copy this block of code and you paste it after. Okay, this is the closing, this is the opening. I can do this. As you can see, let me keep it like this so that you can see it. Okay. Okay. Save everything. Go back, refresh the page. Okay. Okay. All right, next. Okay. Now I want you to add this block of code for me. Okay. Paste. I want you to add this block of code. Okay. Leave. Okay. Right here. And go next after that. I'm going to bring those back. Okay, let me, too far. Okay, I have to see what I'm doing. Oops. Let me close this one. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And this closing, I'm looking for the opening. Should be the section. Yes, after the container is the section, is the container, is the row. That means 2 div in before the closing container. 1, 2. Okay. Go to the last part. Yeah, this is for the container. This for the row. Go next after the row. Okay. Go next after that, and I want you to. I'm going to create a div class called like this. 4, and create another div inside of it. Class called sidebar. Okay. And after that, I'm going to create a div inside of it. Class called row. And after this class, and I want you to, after this class, I want you to add this line of code for me. I'm going to paste it here. Yeah, after row. Okay. Add this line of code. You can say placeholder. I can put it like this for you. Placeholder, put the next line, and bring this up. Okay, like this. Yeah, this line of code. Okay. Okay, next, after that, this is the form div. After the 2 div, the closing form, closing div. At the second closing div, I want you to pass something for me. I'm going to, okay, let me show you. I'm going to paste it after the second div. Okay, go here and paste. Okay, start from here. Okay, form, closing form, div, and start from here. Let me put it like this for you so that you can see. Okay, start from here, and at the 5, scroll down, put this like this. This is okay. Yes, okay. Let's go down. This is, let me cut this, make it shorter for you now, and remove this line, bring this up. Okay, now start it from here, guys. Okay, at the 5, okay, this is the, okay, li with an anchor tag, this block, 1, 2, 3. Okay, go next after that. Okay, we can create the same thing, and at this time I'm going to create the categories. For the categories, guys, I go over here. Okay, URL, go after that and paste this line of code. Start from here to here. Okay. Yeah, okay, this block of code. Okay. And I go next and create next, and I paste after URL, closing URL, div, the second div, you go down and I paste this on the second div. Okay, 1, 2 div, and you start. Oops. Okay, you start from here. This is this block of code. Okay, all right, you can save everything. And go back, refresh the page. Okay, now pretty much as you can see, we got something coming up. Okay, all right, let's go back. We're not done yet. We pretty much, let me bring our closing tag up. All of our closing tag. Okay, let me fix. Okay, this section is done. Now let me create a footer. Inside of the footer, for the container, guys, this is what we should get. We go here. Oops. And I paste it for you. Okay. This is the YouTube link. Okay. Footer is the container that holds everything, all the social icon. And bring this up for the footer, the closing footer, bring it up. Okay. And now after footer, I'm going to add the script. Okay. All of my script, and I paste it for you here. Start from here until here. This is a one block of script. This another one, and this is the first one. Okay. And I can bring everything down. This is the body, closing body. It looks like something's not right. Let me check the opening body. Header. Okay. Here's the body. Let me check for something. This is a head. Oh, we have something. We have to fix it. Okay, here. Okay, this is fine because it work. Yeah, this is not work fine. Okay, now I think we good to go. Oh yeah, this is okay. Now body is fixed. Closing body is fixed. Okay, guys. Now I can save everything and go back to our browser. Refresh the page. I don't like it this way. I'm going to figure out what's going on, what's wrong. Okay. Let me scroll up from the beginning. We have the HTML, the head. This is the body. This is the header. Inside of the header. Oh, there is no. Yeah, there is a pass a class empty. Okay. Okay, let me figure out what's going on. Okay, this is fine. Oh God. Okay, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to, let me go back so that I don't know if you're done yet. I'm going to go to File and Save As, and Save As. Now it says, do you want to replace it? I'm going to say yes, and go back, refresh the page. Okay, yes, all right, this is it. Okay, that's for the blog. Okay, now for the post details, let's go back and click on the main folder, new file. I'm going to say this is the post dash details .html. Click on enter. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing, guys. Go to index.html. First thing, let me go to post. Okay, I'm going to do HTML. Click on tab. I can put the title responsive. Okay, blog that, and go to index.html. Go inside, inside the head. Okay, click, copy everything, go back and go here inside it and paste everything. Let me see. This is head, body, and save everything. Okay. And now inside of the body, go back to index.html. Let me see. Go back. We don't need this. Go back to index.html. Inside of the body, go to header and copy everything. Copy everything. Copy and go back and paste it inside of the body. Paste and save everything. Go back to our browser. Refresh it. Now go to details. Click on it. Okay. Okay, now we have the okay right here. Okay, now we are going to do the same thing, guys. Adding hard coding this part. And first thing, after the header, I'm going to paste. This is how. Okay, and save everything. Go back, refresh the page. We got this. Okay, this we call it single post. And go after this div, and this is where I'm going to start, create a section. I'm going to start my banners and go here and paste the code, and this is the YouTube link. I start from here and down over here, go back, refresh the page. Okay, we got here pretty much the same thing, and go after the closing section and create, this is where you create another section. Okay, open it. This is the second section, and I'm going to add the code inside of it. Okay, and for this reason, I need to create a class. This is the second section. This is the line of code for that. This is the closing section. I mean, okay. Start from here. It's really long, guys. Start from here, second section. I pass everything, my image, okay, everything. All right, let me keep it like that. Let me put the phrase. Okay, this is a P. Okay, start from after a container row. Okay, pretty much the same thing. Okay. 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 Okay, guys, let's go. Required. Okay, type your comment. Field set. Submit button. Field set. Okay. Start to search. Search bar. This is the form. Like this. Alright. Pretty much the same thing we did on the other for our index.html and about.html. We save everything and go back and refresh the page. This is it. Okay, we're not done yet. Guys. Okay, we're not done yet. And let's go back and add few more block of code for you. Okay, and now let me add the footer after the section. I'm going to add the footer and paste it over here. And footer start here. This is the YouTube link. Footer start here. Let me show you. Footer start here. Okay, and finish here. Okay, you can save everything, go back, refresh the page. This is our footer, and if you click here, this is this will lead you this will lead you to my channel, guys. Okay, let's go back. Okay, we're not done yet. Oh, now this is where I'm going to add our script at the end. Add our script after the footer. I paste it here. Okay, I paste it here. Our script start from here to here. Okay, script asset for folder asset, folder.js, and then file custom.js, and so on. Folder, the file, folder, file. This is how you encode the script. Okay, save everything, go back and refresh the page. Yes, okay. Alright, now I have to fix this part. Let me leave it like this. I don't know if you are done yet. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a file, save as, save. Do you want to refresh it? Yes, sometimes you have to do that. And go back, refresh the page. And this is it. This is the comment for comment, and this is how you see the shape. And also we got everything here. Okay, alright guys, so for more info, this is gonna lead you to my channel also. Okay, this is done. Now our last part is contact us, and go to the main folder, right click and click on contact.html, and now I'm going to say HTML. Okay, and put the responsive blog like this. and go to index.html. We do the same thing. Go inside of the head, copy everything, and go back to contact.html. Inside of the head, paste everything, and go inside of the body. Inside of the body, go back to HTML. Inside of the body, copy all of the header code. Copy header, okay, yes, and paste it inside of the body. Right here, paste, okay, and save everything. Go back, refresh the page. Now click on contact. You got the navigation. Okay. Now after the header, after the header, guys, now I'm going to add. We are going to do the same thing pretty much. So I'm going to. This is where we are going to pass our, after the header, pass our banners. Here is the line of code. This block of code add our banners. Okay, you can save it and go back, refresh the page. Okay. All right. Let's stay in touch. And after this div, I'm going to create a section. Okay, create a section, and inside of this section I can create a div, pass container, and inside of this one create another div, call it wall. Okay, after that you can pass another div, create another div call like this, and inside of this one, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a div. Okay, class called for the sidebar. Okay, div sidebar item. It's the same thing. Okay, sidebar item contact form. Okay, and inside of it, this is where I'm going to pass my first. Okay, let me extend this one. Oops, bring this back. Okay, let me do this and paste. Okay, this line of code. Okay, I paste this line of code, send a message. If you save it, you go back, this is send a message. Okay, and okay, after that I'm going to pass a block of code. I'm going to pass a block of code. After that, okay, from here I say paste. Okay, this is the closing div and this is the opening div. Okay, these are class called content. I pass all the content. This is the form. This form start here, finish over here. Action, method, post. Okay, you got everything you need. Okay, this is the fill set. This is on the fill set, and then a closing div right here. This is a block of code. One block of code, the second block of code, and then another block of code, that 3, another one, that 4, and another that 5, and then done. Okay, if you save everything, go back, refresh the page. You can see. Okay, we got the form. We're not done yet. Let's go back to our div, the closing div, and let's bring this. Up. Okay, and now for the okay, after this div, they call like 8, the left egg, left it right here. You can click on it. This is the opening. Let's look for the closing. This is the closing, and after the closing, okay, after the closing, okay, let's go down. Now I'm going to pass a block of code for you. I'm going to pass a block of code. Remember, after this div, I'm going to paste this. Okay, this is the closing. We start from here, finish over here. Okay, for the sidebar item, contact information, where you put your contact, your phone number, info, email address, and so on. From here, you got everything you need. Okay, and if we save everything, we'll go back, we'll refresh the page. As you can see, you got pretty much all the info. Okay, and after that, let me bring this up. Okay, let me bring this up. I'm supposed to get, let me see, this is the last one. And after this closing div, I'm going to add the map. For the contact us, I'm going to add the map, and I'm going to paste. This is the map, the code for the map. You go on Google, you put the address in the address you want, and then Google will generate this iframe for you. So, and then now you can copy it and paste it into your code. Okay, instead of where you want your map. Okay, so I pretty much, okay, this is a div for the map. This open it, this, okay, div, closing, open for the map, closing. Okay, now I think this is pretty much for this section. This section is done. Okay, we save everything, and you'll see we refresh the page. Okay, this is it, guys. Here's the map. This is the map, but we don't have the footer yet. And this is the contact info. Okay, all right. And let's go back now to show you. And this is for the footer. For the footer, I'm going to pass the block of code inside of the footer for you. Okay, like this. Footer, the container that holds everything for the social icon. This is a YouTube link, and footer is done. It's the closing footer. Okay, if you save everything for the footer, you save everything, and you go here, you refresh the page. Here's our footer. Okay, here's our footer right here. Okay, let's go back, and now I'm going to add the script. Okay, or what you can do, you can go to index.html and copy all of the scripts right here. You can copy them, contact us. Okay, and after a footer, you paste everything. You save everything. Okay, save everything and go back, refresh the page. All right, this is our footer. Looks good. Contact page. Okay, I think guys, this is pretty much we're done, I think. And this is the home page, index.html. Okay, all right, this is about us. Okay, and this is maybe something is not right here. I have to fix this. About us page, something maybe is not right. And this is the blog. Okay, You got everything we need. Okay. Alright, and then this is a post detail, single post. Alright, this is where you find the comments. And last but not least, contact us. This is the map and this is the footer. Now let's go back to about us. This is, we have to fix this part and go back to our page. Go to about us, about that HTML, about that HTML. I'll try to figure it out. Okay, for the social icon, start from here. For the we start from here. This is Dave Wall. Let's see, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, link. Okay, let me put this a little bit closer. And okay, bring this up. Okay, now let me say save as about us. Yes, go back, refresh the page. This is it. Okay, yes, this is our footer. These are okay. Now it's okay now. Alright, this is pretty much that's it, guys. So you will get access to download this folder, or you can get it piece by piece if you want. Download all of this and paste them to your website. Okay, I will put the download link. You can get access to this folder of this project. Thank you for watching, guys. If you do not subscribe yet to my channel, make sure you do that. And thank you. I will really appreciate that from you. Subscribe, and if you like this tutorial, I'll put click on the like button. If you do not like it, okay, press the other button. Alright, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Also, next thing I want to show you, it's this is a responsive. Also, I showed you that before. Okay, you got everything pretty much you want. All right, about us, you got everything. Yes. All right, you got a blog. Okay, and post detail. All right, single post. This is where you find the comment. And last but not least, contact us. You can see, and the map. Everything's fine. All right, thank you once again. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.